Thanks for dropping in. In this video, I have several IQ tests and fail them all. I failed to remove the drive tray from my PC. I failed to turn on my blow imaging when I go to use it, then failed to turn on the correct switch when I do eventually turn it on. And I failed to grasp the concept that small screwdriver not work in big hole. A while back, on my eBay nerding, I came across this listing for a Dell Optiplex 9020 lunchbox with an i5 4460S CPU, 240GB SSD and 8GB of RAM. After a few bids, I won it for £20 and 98p, delivered. As this is around the cost of a 240GB SSD on its own, I'm definitely not complaining. Given the lunchbox heading, I'm kind of hoping to have a cheese and tomato sarnie, packet of crisps and soft drink of my choice thrown in, but I won't hold my breath. So what turned up? After managing to open the box without my usual fumbling, with the wrong end first, all is well packaged and bubble wrapped. And out comes my lunchbox, and no banana or chocolate biscuit in sight. Oh well. The layout of the 9020 USFF, or ultra small form factor, as is its real name, is pretty decent, if a little bit dated, as it came from 2014. On the front there's two USB 3.0 ports, a headphone and mic port, as well as a DVD drive, possibly making a nice media box PC. The back has the power supply, which is internal, no external brick here, and a line in and line out, a VGA out and two display ports, a serial port and another four USB-A ports, two of which are USB 3 and the other two are USB 2, as well as the RJ45 network port. Now, does it turn on? Well, after not quite registering that sunlight into camera equals bad video, it does indeed turn on. And in BIOS we can see that we have the 8GB of RAM as 2x4GB sticks, as well as the i5 4460S, a quad-core 4th Gen i5. The S meaning it is slightly slower clocked and lower TDP version at 2.9 GHz and 65 watts as opposed to the 3.2 GHz and 84 watts of the non-S version. Both can still boost up to 3.4 GHz though. Comparing it to a mini PC form factor, which are also sometimes referred to as USFF PCs, the footprint is only a little bit bigger, but given this has internal power supply, so no power brick, and a DVD drive, it's still surprisingly small. As I mentioned earlier, these might make great little media PCs, given that with mini PCs, you'd need to plug in a DVD drive via USB to watch a DVD. These can do it all: stream, play media files and DVDs or CDs, if like me you're still a bit on the old school and still sometimes use physical media. Given this is from 2014, I'm assuming new thermal paste is needed, so opening it up involves unscrewing the rear thumb screw and sliding off the top, then unclipping the front panel. The drive caddy then lifts out and we can simply unplug the SATA power cables and data cables from the 2.5 AFOX SSD and also for the DVD drive. The fan can then be unclipped and flips upwards, and the heatsink can then be unscrewed. And the two RAM sticks removed. The thermal paste, which is very dry, can then be removed from the CPU, and the CPU can be removed by lifting up the retention bracket via the clip. The heatsink had some really dry thermal paste welded on, so this was removed with a bit of methylated spirit. After which, I removed the worst of the dust from the heatsink fan unit with my blower jig. I reviewed the X-Power A2 air duster in an earlier video and I'll leave a link here. I replaced the CPU to protect the socket and gave that a blast with my blower jig as well. It was then a case of applying some thermal paste and replacing the heatsink and fan, screwing down the retention screws and clipping the fan back into place. And replacing the RAM. The leads to the SSD and DVD, both power and data, could then be replaced. the front panel clipped back in and the top replaced. After firing it back up and installing Windows 10 on the SSD, all seems happy. The AFOX 240GB SSD, while used, has quite a number of hours on it, 11,140. There has not been that many writes, so all should be good, especially as an HTPC for media, so no important data. So there we go, not a bad little PC for 20 quid. I'll possibly try and sell this one on eBay to get my money back and hopefully make a couple of quid. If not, I might just use this myself as my next HTPC to save plugging the USB drive in and out. Is anyone else using older hardware like this for anything other than HTPCs? Let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe, and leave any comments below. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.